She's a single mother, and she's looking after her son. Her husband's in prison. She's a waitress. She's sort of a hard grafter. She's like a practical person. She's not someone who's come to, you know, she was born and raised in LA. She got married when she was really young. She's not one of those people who has sort of wild ambitions to be a sort of actress or anything. She's not kind of Hollywood cliche. She's literally trying to just get up, keep calm, carry on. Like, she, you know, she works and she tries to do the best for her family. And she's got kind of quite a closed world, I suppose, and sort of is looking for sort of a help, really, like a helping hand. And we always imagined she didn't have sort of a great family, really, and that this man that she married was essentially everything, which is why when he went away, she was sort of stuck. And she's quite kind of moral and struggles quite a lot with everything that happens when she meets Driver. He moves into the building that she lives in, and we imagine by that point that her husband, Standard, had been in prison for about 6 months, and not really for doing anything particularly terrible, just, you know, he got caught up in some one bad thing. He's a good guy. So about 6 months after he goes away, this new guy moves into the building, and that's Driver. And they sort of have those things where you see each other and you kind of make eye contact, and it has a bit of an impact on you, but you kind of dismiss it. And she's very much like married in her mind, and very kind of protective of that, and wears the ring, and, you know, wouldn't try and hide that. And then she sees this guy a couple of times, and then finally she's, you know, and they share an elevator ride where they kind of have this moment, and I think she's trying to sort of keep focused on the fact that she's, you know, this is her family. And then she's at the grocery store and her car breaks down, and he offers to help. And so from then on, it's sort of this relationship forms a lot around cars breaking down, and they, you know, he sort of starts just helping her out and looking after her. We go through, you know, the logic of each scene and the emotional kind of story, and figure out where everybody is. And you know, we spend like a good, sometimes like 2 hours, or, you know, just sitting around talking about the scene before we start it. And you know, nothing. So you never walk away at the end of the day feeling like you haven't really played the scene properly. And he's really, really actor-centric. He's so good at giving notes, and so good at sort of calming you down and getting rid of your kind of actor tics, and like he's a sort of very kind of calming influence, and also, you know, makes you really honest. He also knows instantly when you're not being truthful. So if you do a take that's really bad, sometimes the director will sort of not pick up on it and just be like, yeah, that's great, even though it was like bad acting. Nick kind of knows instantly before you've even said, can we go again, he's going again. So, you know, he's not a perfectionist in a sort of pedantic way, but he can identify truth, and he keeps going until he finds it. And so in the scenes, it's sort of always about that. It's about sort of investigating and talking about the scene until everybody knows exactly where their characters are, which is really amazing.